สดีค่ะต้าวราพร Hello Magazine Thailand.com ในสถานการณ์โควิด -19 ที่เกิดขึ้นก็ส่งผลทำให้มีการรักษาระยะห่างในสังคมและระบบการศึกษาหรือการเรียนการสอนก็ต้องเตรียมพร้อมในเรื่องนี้เช่นกันนะคะ Hello จึงได้พาท่านมาที่โรงเรียนนานาชาติ Regent ซึ่งเป็นโรงเรียนนานาชาติชั้นนำแห่งหนึ่งในกรุงเทพเพื่อมาเจาะลึกเกี่ยวกับการเรียนการสอนระบบ Remote Learning ค่ะและในวันนี้เราได้มีโอกาสมาพบกับแขกคนพิเศษเราขอต้อนรับมิสเตอร์พีเตอร์โฮเกนซึ่งเป็นอาจารย์ใหญ่ของโรงเรียนนะคะหรือ principal ของโรงเรียนนั่นเองค่ะ So good morning Mr. Peter
Good morning
Yeah nice very nice to meet you So we're talking about the parents' concerns, and now as we are in the digital environment, right? And how does the school provide the facilities and educational programs related to the technology?
But we have to accept the fact that technology is now woven into the lives of young people. And whatever they do, whether it's in higher education, when it's in work, some people will use technology all the time, some will use it some of the time. Some will use it for graphics, for arts, for creativity, some will use it for science, some will use it for literature. So what we have to do is let them have exposure to all these things. We've got a bring your own device policy. We put a lot of time and energy into having a fast, effective delivery on Wi-Fi and access throughout the entire community. We don't mind what devices people use as long as they've got one that works for them. And also we are a Google school. Now what this means is we can use the Google Classroom software and all their meeting software and communication software and we use it everywhere all the time. So it means if a child is on an exchange in Europe, in Australia, they can still use the Google Classroom and access their lessons from school as if they were there.
Interesting,
It means they can communicate with each other via email and via Google Hangouts whenever they like. So we're wired anyway.
How does the school, provide the and prepare, for the distant learning? Because we cannot avoid, right, in the COVID-19 situation.
So as a school that is already very open to technology, and as a school that accepts that technology is part of life, when in February we thought things were going to get difficult, we started to plan. We looked around the world and we thought that things were going to get worse before they got better. So even though school was still on, we set aside what turned out to be a month of training for our students and staff to get ready for closure. We had after-school sessions for our teachers where we taught them about using online meetings, how to operate in an online environment, for some of them how to use green screen technology, how they could show their work online. And then we set about creating what we call Regent Remote Learning, which was our own platform, our own suite of technology, using the applications that we thought would work for us, so that when the day came, we could just flip the school from being a real school to a virtual school.
Virtual school.
So when the terrible day happened and we all knew the children would have to go home, we then just flipped over to the new platform.
I see.
We carried on with our assemblies, they were online, we carried on with our meetings, we timetabled our lessons in secondary the same way. In primary we had to do things a little differently because the children were smaller. Our teaching assistants helped, our technicians helped, everybody got involved in the process, and then we made sure that it was up and running from day one. It's meant the attendance by students has been superb online and we can demonstrate real progress. For teaching, it's about being present. It's about being with the students. It's picking up on how they look, what they say. It's seeing them in the corridors. It's supervising their lunches and their playtimes. It's meeting their parents. It's chatting. It's all sorts of human interaction. So to move teaching online is a different job. It's not like the same job, but doing it on screen. It's required our teachers to somewhat reinvent the way they do things. And I am really, really proud of our staff, just as I'm proud of our students. I sit in on quite a few lessons because I can observe what they're doing. And there's interaction, there's humour, there's questioning, there's hard work. They're those same values that we've seen in the classroom. They're just happening over a screen at the moment. Of course it's not perfect. Of course it's difficult for a lot of people. But I get a real sense in the Regent's community that we all feel we're in it together.
Oh, that's very good to hear. จะเห็นได้ว่าการเรียนโดย Remote Learning ที่ Regent ไม่ใช่เพียงแค่เทคโนโลยีนะคะแต่หากเป็นการเตรียมพร้อมทั้งครูผู้สอนพนักงานที่เกี่ยวข้องรวมถึงนักเรียนและผู้ปกครองการเรียนการสอนที่นี่มีตั้งแต่การมอบหมายการบ้านการตรวจการบ้านการให้คะแนนการโต้ตอบระหว่างครูและนักเรียนรวมถึงการประชุมผู้ปกครองและนอกจากนี้ครูและเด็กยังสามารถทำกิจกรรมร่วมกันผ่านการเรียนทางไกลได้อย่างมีประสิทธิภาพเสมือนอยู่ในห้องเรียนทีเดียวเลยค่ะหากผู้ปกครองท่านใดสนใจที่จะเข้าเยี่ยมชมโรงเรียนสามารถติดต่อได้ที่แผนก Admission ตามเบอร์โทรศัพท์ที่ขึ้นหน้าจอนะคะโรงเรียนนานาชาติ Regent จะเริ่มต้นปีการศึกษาในเดือนสิงหาคมของทุกๆปีค่ะ